more NPR. Welcome back to NPR, Profiles of Urban Entrepreneurs. In our last profile, we traveled to Sonoma County, where Esterlina Vineyards, one of the few Black-owned wineries in Northern California, is the creator and purveyor of several varietals in Anderson Valley. Here is a taste.
Hi, I'm Eric Sterling, President and winemaker for Esterlina Vineyards. Esterlina is actually a Spanish interpretation of our last name. We're based in Dry Creek Valley, Healdsburg, California. Esterlina was established in the Anderson Valley, which is about a mile north of here. We have about 175 acres of vineyards now, most of them distributed all through Northern California.
Our primary business is to grow and sell wines. Our wines are primarily based between $80 and $12.
This is our Everett Ridge site, which is where Esterlina and Everett Ridge makes all of our wines. We have two wineries, one here in Dry Creek, the other up in the Anderson Valley. And this is a beautiful day and a beautiful site, so let's go out and take a look at the place. This is what we get to look at every day. Dry Creek Valley, which is gorgeous. Our vineyards start here in the bottom and work their way up the hill and behind us. These barrels now sell for about $1,000 a piece. Generally speaking, we try and harvest somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 to 4.5 tons of grapes per acre. Esterlina Vineyards started one day because my father was sitting next to somebody on a plane, and they asked my father where he had been. He said, I was in Sonoma County visiting my son, and the person asked my dad, are you in the business? And my dad said, what business? He said, the wine business. My dad said, no, we're not in the business. And he and my dad proceeded to have a conversation about being in the wine business and how it was going to be a growing enterprise. And
I got to thinking, why shouldn't I be in this business? Because my dad had made wine, and my grandfather had made wine. And so we came back, and I talked to the son and said, okay guys, let's see what we can do. And I started talking to one son in particular.
I'm a practicing physician. I had no intent on being a farmer.
He thought I was crazy. To be very honest with you, my son thought I was a little crazy, Dad, you're getting old, you're getting something, it's going to be a hard task. And so I said, why is it a hard task? And he said, basically, Black people are not in the wine business. And I said, well, then that's why we should be there.
We went out and started looking at land, and the first place we went to in the Alexander Valley was just a disaster. It looked like a bomb had gone off there. There was junk everywhere, chickens, wild animals running around. I said, there's no way we're buying this place. My dad goes, oh no, I think this is a good piece of land. So we get up to the property, we get out of the car, we walk out and we look over the vineyard, and the view is just breathtaking. It is one of the prettiest sites in the wine country. Independently, we both thought, we're gonna buy this place. We did, we put it in escrow that day and started what we thought was going to be the road to prosperity in the wine business. Didn't quite work that way. In the beginning, we had trouble even getting a loan, quite frankly, to buy that property. People thought, what are you guys doing in the wine business? And we had, even people who we had banking relationships said, you guys have no experience, we're not giving you that money, even though we had the money for a down payment. So finally we got a bank that I had been working with to give us that loan. And I expect that most people thought we were going to fall on our face. It became readily apparent that we were going to need some help with that. We could do the farming. I even became reasonably good at making the wine, but I had no business background as a physician. So, intuitively we had made some good decisions, but we really needed somebody who had a little more expertise. The first of my brothers to come on was my brother Chris. He does the vineyard management for our properties. My brother Steve was the next of my brothers, and Steve is our director of marketing. This is my brother Steve. He is the guy that's responsible for sales. This joker back here would be my brother Craig. He is the vice president of operations. He basically controls the day-to-day business. That first year when we added everything up, we thought, wow, we only sold $60,000 worth of wine. Our expenses were probably 5 times that. And we thought, well, we've got to do something else. The second year, my parents, who, believe it or not, never drink, are not wine drinkers themselves. My dad really started selling wine by selling us.
We sold our personalities.
My father, what he is the consummate host. He made people feel comfortable. He's got that charming Southern hospitality thing.
They'd sit people down, give them Cheetos and chips and stuff that traditionally don't go with a wine tasting, and yet it made people remember us.
I'm Mario, by the way, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is our third year in a row in October, so we've
This is
been
the
back
third year.
before.
Good.
I think that went a long way for us in the wine business.
Actually, what makes it special is Mario and Doris and the four sons and their whole attitude about life and wine and the whole experience.
Enjoy yourself.
People started buying our wine. We sold 4 times the wine that we sold the first year, the second year. We doubled that the third year, doubled it again the fourth year. This past year we sold a little over $2.8 million worth of wine. My dad and I never dreamed that it would end up here when we first started that. We never dreamed we'd be working together as a family the way we are. And that's one of the things that we're most proud of.
If you are interested in joining the Esterlina Wine Club, log on to www.esterlinavineyard.com. From power player Richard Dent, to the respected family behind Esterlina Vineyards, to American Ballet Theater's Misty Copeland, NPR has got you covered. Be sure to tune in to NPR, Profiles of Urban Entrepreneurs, for your fix of money, power, and respect.